can be a little fussy with the timing. Looks like it worked. Hang on, let me see. Before I say hi, you guys. I'm gonna see if I'm broadcasting. Let me check over. We might be on. Let me check and make sure we're on. Hi, conscious mothers. If you can see me, I'm coming on here with a very special guest today. Yay! I think we are on. Okay, perfect.
Okay.
I think Facebook took us. Okay, good. Yay. Awesome. Hi, guys, and welcome. When you come and join us, say hello and click the like button for us and tell us you're here. If you want to post comments so that we can see you, then yay, someone's here with us. Then there should be a little blurb on the post somewhere right under us that says click this box to allow StreamYard to post your comments. That will let us know that you're here and with us, and Laura can feel so supported and so held. And welcome, everybody, all beautiful mothers here watching. I'm so excited to be in Consciously Created Motherhood today with a special guest, Laura, who is going to be sharing her life, her heart, her transformation with all of you today. I just want to give you a big warm welcome, Laura. And will you tell us a little bit about your just give us a little snapshot of you and your life as a happy homeschooling mama now, and anything you want to share about you before we dive in.
Sure. I am a homeschool mom. I have 4 kids at home all the time with me, and I have an 11-year-old girl, an 8-year-old girl, a 5-year-old boy, and an 18-month-old. So I've got toddler to tween, and it's a lot of fun, and it can be really loud. And I'm so happy to be around them now, even with everything going on. It's awesome. And I've been married for 15 years, and great marriage, great family.
And before you were homeschooling mama, what were you doing professionally?
I was a nurse. For a long time. I worked kinds of areas, but labor and delivery was my last area.
I love that. So awesome. There's someone in Awakened Motherhood right now who is a baby nurse as well.
Oh, okay.
I know a lot of baby nurses. So awesome. All right. I just want to thank you for being here today and for sharing. And so excited. I haven't had an interview hosted anyone in here for a while, so it's just so fun to be able to share the sort of inside scoop of what goes on in Awakened Motherhood with this larger community. And I want to just start with inviting you to share openly. And as hard as it is to go back and look back, it's so helpful for others to hear and know. Where did you begin this journey? Where were you before when you reached out for help and hit that point of like, oh, I can't do it on my own anymore? Just share with us a little about where you were and what was going on for you.
Yeah, it is hard for me to go back, but I am so willing to go back because I feel like there were so many people in my same circle that were struggling with the same things, and we didn't know how to help each other out. That was really frustrating. But I'm happy to go back to help others. At the time when I reached out to you, things were usually okay, and then they would take a nosedive. I had it was just highs and really low lows. I felt really drained around my kids, and that made me feel terrible because I wanted to be around them and I wanted to have fun, but I just felt so drained, and I was just trying to keep everybody calm and try to prevent pain or discomfort. I was almost superstitious. I almost got to a point, well, if I don't get the baby down, that I don't get to have, time to myself, and then, the kids are going to be fighting. And I was almost superstitious in my plans and my creating. And when things would fall apart, it would just always come true that I never had time for me, that the kids would always interrupt me. I was, usually okay, but a lot of times I would get really noise sensitive. I've always been a sensitive soul. And so, kids are noisy and they're messy, and I wanted to feel okay around them. And sometimes I didn't. And I had a hard time, kind of being a leader in my family because I so desperately wanted to just be confident in making decisions about this is how our family can be, and this is what we can do together as a family. And I just felt like when I tried to make changes, my kids would resist, and I would just feel terrible for making them feel uncomfortable, or maybe that wasn't the right thing, and and just and just feel powerless. I felt really powerless, and powerless eventually became hopeless. And there would be some days that I would just be in a lot of emotional pain, feeling really stuck and suffering. And I felt a lot of physical pain, and
Yeah.
it was just really hard. It was hard to get out of bed, and I felt guilty that it was hard to get out of bed, and because I wanted to be around my kids, and I wanted to be fun, and I wanted to be soft and gentle. It was just so hard to be a mom back in November. That was it. Just it was so hard to be there on some days.
And I know it's so hard, and as hard as it is to, reconnect with it and to share, what a gift that contrast is. Holy cow, because you are not there now. And I so appreciate you describing that loop. So many moms are in that same loop where you're wanting to make it great and then you deplete yourself and then you want to escape it and hide. And then they hunt you down. And then that reinforces that I never get a minute to myself. That was so perfectly illustrated. So, for any of those of you in this group who are caught in that loop and spiral, really stay tuned because Laura, you are not there now. And I watched you come out of the ashes and take what you learned and completely rebuild that internal system and the old programming. And so share with us, actually, before we go there, what were you doing in those moments to help yourself? What were you doing in the hopelessness to try to shift it and change it before you found Awaken Motherhood?
I tried therapy. Specifically for grief. I had suffered a loss, and I was trying to figure out where I needed help. I felt I wanted help, but I didn't know how to ask for help. And with my kids, while I needed time to grieve, I couldn't ask for time or space for me to journal or process or take a drive. It was just really hard for me to ask for help when I needed it. Um, and then I put the kids in therapy because I was like, well, maybe they need something too, because I knew that things were off, but I couldn't fix it. And I've always read books. I'm a book nerd. I love reading parenting books, and I would be all excited to try new things, and I would get little bits. I would get maybe a line from a book here and a line from a book here, and blog posts about how to parent and how to set boundaries, and I would take a line there and I would take a line there, and I would try to integrate it into our family. I call it self-care, but really it feels like a Band-Aid self-care compared to what I do now. But I would, just once a week, like go on a Target run by myself, or take an extra 5-minute long bath, like that extra 5 minutes. Or I'd call a sister and just vent to her, like that, would sometimes get me over the day or through the evening. I think back at that and I'm like, that's so cute that I really thought that was gonna help me get out of that negative spiral. Like, that's so cute.
You could love on that former self who was trying so hard. Yeah, that's what you learned to do.
She wanted to be healed, and she couldn't find it. Yeah.
Yes.
So I have compassion, but I kind of have a little bit of humor because I'm like, you were trying.
You're like, wow, that really wasn't going to get it. Yeah. Fantastic. Clarity is priceless, isn't it? Clarity is so priceless.
Yes.
I love that. Okay. And so you got to a point where you were not willing to feel hopeless anymore. This is the thing that to me is so important. What is it? And I can never put my finger on it exactly, even for myself. Like, what is it that gets us to that point where we're just not willing to do this anymore? And we're not going to end it all. We're going to keep showing up for our kids, but we're not going to do it this way anymore. So much so that we will reach out, that we will be vulnerable, that we will learn from an expert, whatever that breaking point is. I'm curious if there was anything for you that helped you to make that shift, or to realize that you were really ready for change.
Absolutely. I think reading all of these books and blogs and posts and things, it taught me a couple of things. It taught me that people were able to get there to a place of calm parenting, of being a soft, loving parent, and that people were able to be full of gratitude and love and joy. And it also taught, and therapy taught me that therapy was really slow. It was so much work for me to emotionally try to figure out what was happening in my life and in my mind. But therapy taught me that I was stuck because I couldn't ask for any help. So that's what I got out of therapy. But I didn't know how to get unstuck from that. And I was exhausted of trying to figure out what was wrong with me. I was exhausted of trying to figure out what was wrong with my kids or my marriage. I was exhausted of trying, and I recognized that I wasn't figuring it out in my circle of support. It wasn't there. The guidance and the wisdom wasn't there for me, that I needed a hand up. And I remember I was driving. I was on my little Band-Aid self-care trip, and I turned to Honor because I was on Consciously Created Motherhood for a while, probably several months, maybe even 6 months. And I had kept writing my journal. I need to talk to Honor. I need to talk to Honor before I even called.
Oh, that's funny. I don't remember that.
Yeah. And I turned on one of your movies, and you talked about how we need the tools. We need the tools to get there to the kind of mother that we want to become. And I said, okay, this is not something's wrong with me or something's wrong with my family. I just don't have the tools, and I need the tools. And that's where I made the leap, and I trusted you with my family.
Ah, I'm so grateful. I'm so honored. I love that that connected for you, because a lot of times women get stuck in the shame spiral of, it's me and I'm broken and I'm the cause of my family's chaos or drama or unhappiness. I'm the cause of the unhappiness. And when we shoulder that burden, it paralyzes us. We aren't able to do anything with that, move forward, study, learn, hire an expert. It just will keep us in this analysis paralysis and self-hating kind of cycle. And it's funny because we would never do that in other circles. Like if we wanted a career change, we're not going to beat ourselves up for not knowing that path to that, being that kind of professional. We're just going to go and buy the degree. We're going to go to show up to classes. We're going to learn. We're going to do the things. So thanks for that reminder too, for everybody, because it is just a part of the pattern of beating ourselves up. It's just a part of the shame cycle. That's what we do. So we're going to do it with this too, until we decide, like, that's just, I don't have to live there anymore. I don't have to stay there anymore. It's optional to suffer. So tell us where you are now. I want to hear the good stuff, and I just want you to be able to share from your heart about this is not a journey of rainbows and butterflies. It's not a journey of skipping through the daisies. This is real inner work, and you doing a lot of healing of motherhood wounds, a lot of allowing grief, a lot of owning your gifts and your strength. And I'm just so grateful that you're here now. So share whatever you like with the ladies here about what shifted for you and what life is like now.
I mean, my mind is completely different. It's completely different. I have cleaned everything out. If I could, I thought of a way to kind of explain what awakened motherhood was for me. I felt like Honor was an organizer, a personal professional organizer, and she showed up to my house and to my family, and she pulled up and she talked, and I took her through all of my closets that had scary things in them, and she pointed out where I was hoarding things that weren't mine, and she showed me where I had the trash that wasn't mine, that didn't belong in my head, and she said, you need to clean all of this out and I'll be back. And I'm like, okay. And so I started pulling everything out, and it was ugly and uncomfortable. And taking all of that out really allowed me to feel joy. I was able to learn how to wake up with gratitude. I was able to learn how to wake up with hope. Oh, hope is something that I so desperately wanted after suffering through grief. And I just had to feel all of it, and learning that I was okay to be sensitive and just to feel, give myself that permission. That was such a good feeling for me. And I have sensitive kids, at least three. I don't know about the youngest one. He's got a temper right now. But my older three, they are big feelers. And I think we were setting each other off before, because they would have big feelings and I'd have feelings about their big feelings, and in circles we would go. But allowing the feelings, I feel like this forward motion now when I wake up. I feel this forward motion. I feel creative. All of that stuff. I carried on to guilt and shame like it was my job. Being in the nursing field, it's great because you get to help people, but you really have to sacrifice so much of yourself and your comfort. And you're always being told that you're late and you're behind. And I kind of felt that through nursing school. I was just carrying all this stuff, and a lot of judgment. I was really good at believing people when they judged me harshly or when they criticized me, but I could never allow love to come in. And so now that I cleared out all that old junk and I was able to invite compassion for myself in, and love to myself, I feel those words so much more. That gratitude and hope and resilience, even imagination, it was like a foreign language to me. I was in such suffering that in the beginning of the program, it just felt so muddy. I just couldn't feel it because I couldn't understand. I was so used to just stacking my problems and then showing someone else me, look at all these problems. They're like, yeah, that's a lot of problems. And then they would show me their problems. I'm like, yeah, you have a lot of problems too. And we didn't have the wisdom or the lift up. We didn't have a hand up and helping each other.
That's such a beautiful distinction, and I just wanna emphasize it. That's what we're doing all the time when we vent or call a friend, and the missing piece is no one there has the expertise to show another way or the how or the roadmap. So you get the validation piece, "Yeah, that's really hard. I can see why you're so hopeless." And then you do your friend that favor too, but, like, is that really a favor to say to someone? Like, yeah, I can see why you're struggling so deeply. Sometimes we feel like, yeah, that's what I needed, but then what? And then there's just more well, the next day, same story, right? So you are really in that pattern. I appreciate you sharing that. And okay, and sorry to interrupt you. So, yeah, one of the things that comes to mind is, what's your so you got an upgrade. You upgraded your thinking. We cleared out the clutter. You became this beautiful channel for love and trust and all these things. And you were committed, to everyone like listening, like you can feel it from Laura, but she's super committed. She didn't come in expect me to do everything. She really rolled up her sleeves and did the work. And you have to be ready to do that if you want to experience a total life upgrade. But the ripple effect of what's happened with your kids and your homeschool day is also very beautiful. So is there anything you'd like to share about how that has shifted your environment at home?
Absolutely. That's the best difference, I think, for me. Besides like feeling all this light and love in myself, I look out and my kids have it. And being able to see that light in them, and they wake up creative. And my daughter, my oldest, is now cooking at least 2 times a day. She bought these cookbooks and she's cooking, and she's telling me when she needs time alone, and she'll go take a bike ride by herself and come back looking and feeling refreshed. And my other daughter has time and space to create whatever she wants with all the cardboard boxes that we have. She just gets so much joy out of that. And I had such resistance with homeschool before because I was getting so drained and so tired that I felt like it was something that I wanted to do, but I didn't feel capable. and Awakened Motherhood has given me the capability to give that to my kids. And I feel like that's something they're thriving in. And I'm so grateful now that I can be around them and not be drained, and be excited and pick up on their energy and love. And now they just bring me notes and they're like, Mom, I'm so happy I'm in this family. And I'm so happy that you take lots of deep breaths. And I'm so happy, they have all these things that, that they're happy about. And it's contagious. It really is.
Yeah.
Just the joy. It really is.
It is. They're so relieved that mom is happy.
Yeah.
And to see you in your joy it gives them permission to be in their joy and to not worry about you, and that is such a gift for you to give your kids that. It's the greatest, greatest gift we can give our kids beyond emotional safety and knowing that they're loved. It's so cool because you're seeing them thrive and flourish now. So beautiful, Laura. Is there anything else that you wanna share that we didn't get to or I didn't think to ask?
I guess just if there's any mothers out there who are hungry for healing, that this is the full experience. You're not going to get an experience like this. I haven't, all the research that I've done. This is a custom package. It really is for your journey and for your family, whether you have toddlers or teenagers, whether you're religious or not religious. This is just a beautiful program to help kind of reset your emotion and your mental health and give you the skills that you need to raise a family. And I wish I had this so many years ago. It would have made so much more joy in my life. But I have so much compassion for not knowing and for moving forward. And that's something that you can't get anywhere else. Hope and love and healing for your family. Those are all the things that I want and now I have.
Oh, so good. My heart expands when I hear those words, and I just wanna thank you, so deeply on behalf of all the moms who get to hear this and who are blessed by your share, and I'm just so, so grateful that they get to experience your I'm feeling you, like, through I can feel everything. You're just, you're so honest and clear and true and pure in what you share, and is just such a gift. I know, I trust. And I want to invite all the mothers who are listening to or who watch the replay to give Laura so much love and appreciation for sharing her story. And if you do have questions for her, for either one of us, or you want to reach out to me and connect and say, what's possible for me, then do that. You can book a call with me like Laura did. That's how we first connected. Or ask her questions in the comments here. I ask that you would respect her privacy. If you have questions for her, just keep it to this post. But just I'm just appreciating you and your beautiful heart opening here. Thank you so, so much, Laura.
Thank you,
So
Lauren. I really
beautiful.
appreciate it.
Yeah, so much love to you and your family. And you guys, leave us some comments here, so we'll come back and circle back and just sending you all so much love in this community today. And consciousness and choice. Don't forget, you always have a choice. Thanks, Laura. All right, you guys, we'll see you again soon.